Hello everyone and welcome to the Starseed Dragon channel. This is a general reading for the month of December for the sign of Virgo. And I am using the Wise Dog Tarot and clarifying with the Tarot Draconis. So let's get started. We have the Six of Pentacles clarified by the Ten of Swords. King of Wands, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, clarified by the Three of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles, clarified by the Tower. Queen of Swords, clarified by the Two of Wands. Knight of Cups, clarified by the Ace of Wands. King of Swords, clarified by Death. Seven of Wands, clarified by the Eight of Cups, and the Star, clarified by the Nine of Wands. Now, we've got 4 earth and 4 air elements, okay? So this has to do with your material world and your current mindset, okay? There are 3 number 8s. The number 8 is about power, authority, mastery, right? So 8 times 3 is 24, 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 is about reciprocity, it's about home, it's about generosity, okay? You have 3 7s, so 7 is about introspection and inner work. 7 times 3 is 21, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3s are about growth, okay? Growth and expansion. I want you to keep all of that in mind. Also, we have a Queen of Swords and a King of Swords on the board. So that is, this is divine counterparts right here, okay? The Suit of Swords is air element. It has everything to do with the mind, logic, strategy, wisdom, knowledge. It could also be on the negative aspect, mind manipulation, okay? Keep that in mind. This is not an emotionally based counterpart. It's logic based. So this just gives even more emphasis to the fact that, this is affecting your material world and your state of mind, okay? So I meditated on your cards and I wrote down everything that I meditated on so that I can shuffle while I'm reading to get your oracle cards. So here we go. So what I got was the situations that you've been working on to have, the situations that you've been working on have not turned out the way that you were hoping or expecting them to, okay? It's a time to go within and be introspective with what your blockages might be. You'll need to be brutally honest with yourself and others as you realize that to achieve your goals and dreams of abundance, you will need to make changes and walk away from the things that you thought were worth standing your ground for. But you found that they no longer serve your highest good. You're not reaping any benefit in any way from the things that you've been standing your ground on. Whether that be if you're like in a relationship and it hasn't been working well, or it hasn't been, something that has if it's been something that's less, you've seen less happiness than you have anything else, then that's probably a relationship that's not in a state of fixing. And that's just an example. I don't know you, so just wanted to give you an example of what that is, okay? Of, you know, being brutally honest with yourself and others as you realize that to achieve your goals and dreams of abundance, you will need to make changes and walk away from the things that you thought were worth standing your ground on, but you found that they no longer serve your highest good. That's what I mean by that, okay? You have to be truthful with yourself and your current situation, and know that a time for compromising and trying to fix something is over. What is done, and now you need to go in a new direction. This change is for your highest good and will allow you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You are strong enough to keep hope and know that your wish fulfillment is on its way. But first, you have to clear the rubble and set your sights on a new path that will take you to where you want to be. Now, here's the thing about this. This tower moment is going to happen. Whether you willingly let it happen or not, it's going to happen, okay? It's going to be easier for you if you get into a state of mind that is radical acceptance, because that tower is going to crumble to the ground, okay? And it's going to crumble down to its foundation and give you the opportunity to create a more solid foundation that you can build upon, okay? This is a big transformation for you, and it's something that is going to be very challenging. And even though, you know, Earth Maidens, you are definitely no quitters, but at the same time, you have to know when it's time for you to, you know, give up the fight. You know, you can only make so much effort. You can only make so much effort to keep your world afloat before you realize that that effort is not being reciprocated by, you know, others in this situation. And, you know, you can only do so much. If someone else doesn't want to meet you halfway, then you have to walk away from that situation. You know, that's not a hill worth dying on at this point. Because if that effort's not reciprocal, then, you know, what's the point? You know, you're just treading water with one paddle and spinning around in circles. You're going to have to walk away from that, right? Eventually, you're going to have to realize that, you know, how much more time are you going to waste on that? How much more heartache is this going to be? You know, how are you going to be able to achieve this wish fulfillment and this reciprocity in relationships if you don't walk away from the ones that aren't working, that you keep fighting for? You know, I too had to learn that the hard way with my family. You know, I tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and nothing was ever reciprocal. You know, this is one of those things where you have to come to that, you know, hard truth, right? Hard truth that going in a new direction is not only going to transform you, it's going to transform your relationships with others, and you're going to end up walking away from them, right? And it's going to transform the abundance and the wish fulfillment. It's going to lead you down that path to the life that you see is worth, standing your ground for, right? But you need to be truthful with yourself and honest with yourself and gain that strategy that you're going to need to exit whatever situation that you're in that is not panning out to be something that is going to be fruitful or happy, really. So the month of December is going to be a lot of introspection. And I mean, you're not the only sign that's going to, be doing a lot of introspection during the month of December. But, it's, air is also very action oriented. You have to act on these things in order to be able to push yourself through that. Otherwise, you're just spinning your wheels. You're working, and heartache. Working, and then heartache, right? You can't be the only person paddling that boat, right? So here we go with the Mystical Journey Oracle. Let's see what we got. Rebirth, 24. It's just what I said, right? Rebirth. Number 24. Let me see what it says in the book. 23, 24. Rebirth. You feel you have done your best to make yourself lovable, to be the perfect lover, wife, husband, mother, father, child, sibling, or friend. However, every failure and every disappointment has left you feeling disillusioned and broken. Each break symbolizes a past trauma, a broken heart, a wound, a loss of a dear friend, a betrayal. How easy it would be to become bitter and harden your heart against love. In your distress, call upon the universal spirit of love, and it will patiently guide you to rebuild yourself piece by piece. The rebirth card is inspired by kintsugi, the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold. The broken pieces are lovingly mended with golden lacquer and become part of the object's story, a beautiful technique that highlights the imperfections of each break. Similarly, each broken part of you becomes part of the rich tapestry of your life story. Through destruction comes repair and rebirth. You must accept and love your broken pieces and transmute them into gold and love becoming stronger, into gold and love becoming stronger in the process. The pure gold of love will open your heart and soul, and like the gold leaf in kintsugi, will restructure the broken pieces of your heart and make it shine. You are becoming a new being. Action. Focus on the spirit of love that rests in you and bring it to the center of your life. This action will free you from feeling dependent on the love of others to feel whole because you are loved by love itself. Gorgeous. And then we have a Seasons of the Witch. This is the Beltane Oracle. Primal, number 32. There is no way around but through the very truth that lives within you. A lot of truth going on here. Are you seeing the pattern, the theme going on for you? A lot of truth. Let me see. What is that? 32. 32. 3 plus 2 is 5. Challenge and changes. Challenge and changes. Lots of challenges and changes. Let's see, 32. 32, 32, 32. Okay. Acceptance. There is a primal force flowing through each of us. You feel it when your tummy rumbles and you feel the urge to eat, or when sexual desires overcome you while sharing a kiss with your beloved. These urges guide you to seek shelter when it rains, to cover up when you are cold, and to run when you are afraid. And while these urges are seen as being necessary for survival, other urges, such as honoring your wild, uninhibited self and raw nature, are not always welcome in modern society. However, they are equally essential to living. The primal card is here to challenge you to let go of who you think you're supposed to be so you can become who you really are. If you have felt confused, stagnant, or lacking in motivation, or have a general sense you are going nowhere, it may be because you are trying to follow a path that isn't truly meant for you. Consider whether you are living to please others, doing what is expected of you, rather than what brings you joy and fulfillment. Alternatively, if you find that you are in alignment with your current goals, consider whether you have been trying to emulate others rather than expressing your true self. You may have similar goals as another person, but you do not have to go about achieving them in the same ways. Trust that who you are is more than enough without having to change your core nature or adapt to fit in. Social detox. Social media is a powerful tool, but it can create anxieties and stress when you don't feel like you're where you want to be. If you are regularly comparing yourself to others, consider detoxing from all social media while you surrender to your true nature. Doing so will allow you to step into your own skin without social influence. I think that is absolutely beautiful, 100%. A lot of truth going on, a lot of truth pills for you going on, Virgo. I do hope that something in this reading resonates or sings to you. And if it does not sing to you, then it's not meant for you. Leave it be. We're all grown-ups here. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful December and wonderful, fantastic holidays if you celebrate any in the month of December. I know there are a bunch of them. But other than that, I wish you well, and I will see you on the next video.